Hello YouTube. So just gonna do a quick video on an issue I was having with my car, and I'm sure a lot of other people have had. So it kind of goes like this. You either start the car, you're at a red light or whatever, maybe you're going down a road going like 30 miles an hour, and your dash lights up with a message. This one won't do it anymore since I fixed it, but it'll light up with a message that says engine power is reduced, service STABILITRAK, and your check engine light will come on. Sometimes you can pull over and turn the car off, wait a little while, and it'll go away, but still have the check engine light on, or at least that's what happened in my situation. I don't know if you just saw, my car has about 160,000 miles on it. It's got 155. And it started doing this about when it hit 100,000 miles. It would do it maybe every 6 months. Now that the car's gotten even older, it's been doing it even more and more and more at an alarming rate. So I finally looked at what was wrong with it, and I did find online. I'm gonna go ahead and open the hood. Found online that usually the issue is the air intake. Forget what it's called, but your throttle body right here. This is your throttle body. So usually what you need to do is take the throttle body off and clean it. This is so easy that I could teach a second grader to do it. So if you want to, if you're upset that I'm not showing you how to do it, there are plenty of videos on the internet that show you how to do this. So all you need to do is search Camaro. Either if you have a 5th gen V6 or a V8, it's pretty much the same process. And what you're going to do is you've got 4 10mm sockets, or whatever you call these things, screws, whatever you want to call them. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is right down here. You can't see it right now, but it is right there, towards the bottom of this round part here. This is a giant round piece here. This is all plastic. This is rubber, but this is plastic. This is rubber, and it goes into your air cleaner right here. And so what this does is it takes air into the engine, cleans it, and sends it into the engine, obviously, to your dual overhead cam here on the V6. There's a little flap inside of here that opens and closes like my hand's doing right now, and that determines how much air the engine gets. And that is controlled by this little computer right here. And this is a little motor with a small little computer inside of it, with the wires that you can see that are connected right here. After a while, once these cars start getting miles on them, especially the V6s, they get a lot of crud inside of them. And this gets all carbonized inside with tar and oil or whatever you may, debris or whatever gets into it. And so the little actuator, the door, can't open or close properly. So it screws the engine up on idle. That's why you get the RPMs dancing all over the place. It's not idling very well, and then you get that engine power reduced kind of thing. I don't know why it trips that code, but that's what it did for me. And so anyway, you remove this. This is a metal piece connected to the plastic. Okay, so this one little piece comes out. Obviously, before you do that, you need to unscrew this. You just unscrew it a couple turns and you pull this off. You can take this off too, just a couple turns and pull it off. This whole piece right here, this is all one piece. You disconnect it here and the whole thing will come out. It's very simple to do. 1, 2, and 3, and it comes out. You don't have to be a mechanic to do this. And once you have it off, then you can get to this, and this will come off as one separate piece. The one thing you have to be very careful about is when you're taking this off, this is a wire down here, and this is all one piece right here. This is all one piece connected to this, and that's the wire down there that connects, to the computer, and this is where it goes up here into the engine and all that. So when you do remove it, you have to be careful you're not stressing the wire in any way. There's a little red tab right here that you're going to use, like a flathead or something, probably the same screwdriver you use to take this off. Use the flathead and push that out. This pin will come out. It does not come out all the way, so don't try and break it off. It just opens and it slides out. It does not come all the way out. It just slides out. You do not remove that red pin. Once the red pin is out, that means that it's unlocked, and then you can slide this entire assembly off. You see where it ends here and to here? This is one piece right here. So underneath this is the connectors. So this slides out kind of like an old school VGA cable on a computer, if you know what I mean. So that comes out, and it's up to you if you want to take that off before you take the screws off or after, whatever is easier for you. Just make sure you're not putting any stress on that wire, because once you break that wire or bend it or screw up the connectors, you're done. So just keep that in mind, be very careful with it. And once you have it off, you'll see it real easy where the flap is, the actuator. What you're gonna do is go to Walmart and buy this stuff here. It comes in it comes with both of these here. You don't really need this one. What you do need is this one. Throttlebody and air tank cleaner. You probably get it at AutoZone with just this itself. This is what you need. You're gonna spray the inside of it on both sides, and you're gonna get like some paper towels or whatever you've got and clean it out. Clean all that black tar out. You'll see the black tar inside of here. That'll take you maybe 30 minutes depending on how much crap is on there. Mine had a whole bunch because the car has a lot of miles on it. It took a long time, but just make sure you get everything out of there. Try not to move that little flap very much because it'll screw up the configuration in here. It knows where it is at all times, and if you keep moving it back and forth, you're going to screw this up. So be very careful about that. You may need to move it back and forth a little bit to get in there and get the crap around the inside of it, but just try not to tamper with it too much. Only as much as you absolutely have to. Put that back together. You'll start the car. It may run a little odd. Mine did. First thing I did though was I opened up my trunk and I disconnected the battery. Let the computer reset. So you disconnect the battery, try and start the car to get all the electricity out of the car, and then connect the battery again, start the car up. The computer will have a reset, so you shouldn't have any more codes on. And it'll try and reconfigure itself. The computer has to learn again, because you clean this, so the computer is now seeing that it's able to move all the way. So now the computer has to relearn what position it needs to be open at idle, what position it needs to be open at full throttle. Because before that, the computer was compensating for this not working properly by, you know, giving it a richer fuel mix or less fuel or whatever. It compensates. It's really smart. So it has to relearn the proper, and it doesn't need to be at 33.1 degrees, it doesn't need to be at 40.3 degrees, you know, and so on and so on. So you'll see your RPM dance up and down for a while, and it may be alarming, but the computer's just trying to learn. After you do that, you want to take it down the road and drive it around, even get it up on the highway. I noticed after I got mine on the highway for maybe 10 minutes, drove around, came back home, put it in idle again, it was idling like it had 80,000 miles on it. So that's just what I did. I'm sorry I didn't show you how to take it apart, but there's dozens of videos that'll show you how to do this. It's very simple. A second grader could do it. I appreciate y'all watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is what you need. You need a 10mm socket to take the 4 bolts off. You need a flathead to take these 2 off. And to disconnect the battery terminal, you're going to want to disconnect the negative. I disconnected the negative. And you use a 10mm on that as well. Everything's 10mm, so that's all you're going to need. So again, if you need any help, you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hope this was some help to you, and thanks for watching.